Labour's effort to snub Frost comes to naught when Truss stands out as brilliant successor. Lord Adonis has been slammed for attacking Lord Frost over his apparent Brexit catastrophe. Earlier this month, Lord Frost resigned as Brexit Minister over concerns about the current direction of travel. In a letter to Boris Johnson, the peer who led Brexit negotiations said he hoped the Prime Minister would not be tempted by coercive measures to tackle COVID. After saying Brexit is now secure, he said, "You know my concerns about the current direction of travel. I hope we will move as fast as possible to where we need to get to, a lightly regulated, low-tax, entrepreneurial economy, at the cutting edge of modern science and economic change." Lord Frost was replaced by Foreign Secretary Liz Truss. But following his resignation, Labour peer, Andrew Adonis, has launched a scathing attack on Lord Frost. In a recent article in Prospect magazine, Lord Adonis claimed the former Brexit negotiator's resignation showed how Brexit is devouring its own children. Tweeting a link to his own article, the staunch rejoiner said, "Just a few days until customs checks come into force for goods entering Britain from the EU. I suspect this was a big part of why Lord Frost wanted to get out immediately. His Brexit catastrophe was catching up with him, and we will all pay the price." However, people have taken to social media to hit back at the rejoiner, with one person telling Lord Adonis to move on. Of the 24 members of David Cameron's Tory cabinet of just 5 years ago, only 3 are still in office and only one, Liz Truss, who ironically has been past Frost's poison chalice, has been in office continuously since May 2016. Frost is the 47th ministerial resignation related to Brexit. So there are two compelling questions. Are we yet at peak revolution and starting the reactionary phase? And has Caesar been slain or only wounded? The two are obviously related, particularly after last week's North Shropshire by-election, which saw a 34% swing to the Lib Dems and made a lot of Tory MPs contemplate their own mortality. The Labour peer also claimed the UK appears to be on the Boris Brexit plateau as an intensification of the Brexit battle simply isn't viable anymore. Truss has been the standout party favourite, in the lead for a year. The survey at the end of November gave her a net satisfaction rating of +82, nearly 30 points above the man widely assumed to be the heir apparent, the Chancellor Rishi Sunak. Johnson, by contrast, had moved into negative territory with a rating of -17, even before the row over Downing Street parties. Truss's score is a particular achievement for a woman who supported Remain in the Brexit referendum. But she shook off the Remainer tag early and as Trade Secretary was seen as celebrating Brexit. Among the public, there is less evidence of enthusiasm. Polls have shown Sunak as the most popular Tory figure, while the former Health and Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt, who retains a healthy chunk of support among MPs, is also ahead of Truss. But her popularity among activists is easily explained. She is seen as the leading advocate of the free market economics for which party members once thought they stood. While other Tories have retreated in the face of Johnsonian interventionism, Truss remains an unapologetic advocate of these principles. In her role as Equalities Minister, she redefined the challenges in ways that pleased party members. As Foreign Secretary she is an Atlanticist and a security hawk. A further run down the list confirms 3 trends, including intolerance of serial underperformers and enthusiasm for Tories who exude positivity. But the most important is that smaller state right-wingers and assertive Brexiters are the most loved by members. Second to Truss was David Frost, the hardline chief Brexit negotiator, who compounded Johnson's political problems by quitting this month. So Johnson's decision to give the Brexit brief to Truss, a hardliner on the issue, poses a dilemma for her. Johnson wants to de-escalate tensions with the EU. Frost's departure was due in large part to this. Truss will want to prove she can solve the Northern Ireland protocol crisis, but not want to be seen by the party as a Brexit compromiser.